Hello, everybody. Hi. Hello. Can you hear me all right? Are you able to?
Yeah, I can hear you, Darshana. Hello.
Okay, so I'm very excited to welcome you all here. And before we begin, I'm just waiting to see if there are other people. So, and yes, so my voice is too less. Any better? I'm trying to change the settings.
I can hear you clearly though.
Okay, let me just change the Vijay, the mic should be allowed for attendees. Hey, Vijay. Okay, great. So, yes, I'm gonna start with that. So I just realized, so I will begin with a quick question. I think you all can see, I'm just launching a question on the poll. Anushila, can you see my question?
I cannot see your question. I can see your question now.
Yes. So how are you feeling today? Okay. So
you can also unmute and talk if anyone wants to talk to us.
yes.
Good
Okay.
evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Swati. Tell me.
Ma'am, I want to know what are the options after MSc?
Yes, you will get to know that during the program. So right now, this question is more about, so we will figure the answer to this question as we go in the steps together. All right? Aarti, I can't hear you. Come on, we have over 140 people in the meeting and just 45 have responded. How are you feeling today? So, okay, I can see as excited as you are. That's awesome. So I'm going to close the poll in next 30 seconds. So whoever wants to respond to the poll, please respond. So,
Come on. I want to see more people. And I'm glad that none of the 47 who responded responded like not great at all or not so good. I hope people who have girls or women who have responded just okay I hope we can convert you to feeling great.
Absolutely. Thank you, Alicia, for that. So,
Darshana, maybe leave the poll there. Maybe give them a few more
okay, I'm
minutes.
going to put the next question.
Okay.
So,
I think Hema has a question.
yes.
I'll unmute her.
Yes, please.
Oh, I don't think I have the.
Okay, so we have a question on the screen. Who is your inspiration? So let's see what people are answering this question. Catherine Jones, very good. Barbara Clinton, teacher, father. Keep them coming. Come on, girls. Yeah, I want to see more answers. Virat Kohli, very nice. Marie Curie, amazing.
My picture is visible for everyone. Enable mic.
Abdul Kalam, great. If you can type the question into the poll, that would be great, because then it will appear nicely in the chat.
Darshana, you asked to paste the question or write the question.
No, I said they can enter their response in the word cloud so that we can see the responses there.
Yeah, I mean that's what we are seeing on the screen.
Yes.
Yeah, I heard someone. Sujata, go ahead. Hi, Jyoti. Thanks for switching on the camera. It's good to see some faces. Yes. Thanks, Anaga. Yes. Thank you.
So we now have a new question on the screen. It is, where are you joining us from today? So get the answer.
And in the meantime, we can, Sujata, you had a question. I couldn't hear you.
Yes, ma'am. May I audible?
Yes.
Please.
Yes, ma'am. I am saying that मैम पोल ना शो नहीं हो रहा है मुझे.
Oh.
Oh. Can you leave and join again? Try that, because I think almost everybody is able to see it. We have some international participants as well, so I am waiting to see them type in.
Ma'am, I had a question.
Go ahead.
Ma'am, all these meetings conducted on Microsoft Teams itself.
All the classes are going to be Microsoft Teams sessions.
Yes,
The live sessions.
live sessions, yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
No worries. So we have some people from South Africa, Chennai. Keep them coming. So, oh wow, we have 93 responses. Come on, girls, keep them coming. So now then we will.
Sir, I already asked the question, sir.
Oh, your hand is still raised. That's right, I think.
Okay. So
I lowered it.
yes. Yes, I'm gonna begin now. I just close the poll now. So we have from Nigeria, Lagos. We have people from South Africa, different parts of India, and I'm just so amazed to see the diversity in the room.
I think Sonam has a question, so maybe we can take her question before we begin. Sonam, can you unmute yourself? And Afiza, can you mute your mic? Your mic is on. Sonam? Aparna, your mic is also on. If you can switch that off. Thank you. Thank you. Sonam. Okay.
कौन बना है? आप कौन था? उसमें तो लगे.
Okay, somebody saying the
Ultimate डालेगा.
So Vijay,
Okay, Afiza, go ahead. Afiza, go ahead.
Okay, Vijay. Yeah, I'm just going to begin it. Okay, so thank you for all those icebreaker questions. It's so exciting to see your amazing faces on the screen. Hello and welcome everybody. I am Dr. Darshan Joshi, founder and CEO of VigyanShaala International. Today, I am extremely excited to welcome you all and seeing such amazing, promising young women who will shape the future of science, who are joining us from different parts of the world. Actually, can you mute everybody, please? Ganga, can you mute your mic, please? Yes, please. Just mute all. Guys, yeah, it's just distracting, right? So. Yeah. So as I was saying, I'm just so extremely overwhelmed and grateful to see you all in this meeting where we are starting the third cohort of program Kalpana. I will take you all on a quick tour of Kalpana and why we are doing what we are doing. But just before I go ahead with that, I just want a raise of thumbs to say that you are able to hear me all right. Okay, great. So thank you very much. So I am Dr. Darshan Joshi, as I said earlier. I am the founder and CEO of VigyanShaala International. I am a first generation learner. My parents didn't go to college, but they barely managed to finish their 10th grade. And for me, I was lucky that I got mentoring from to amazing women as I was growing up and I was in college. And because of their support, I could draft my journey from a Delhi government school to the University of Cambridge, where I did my PhD in physics. So I think it is not just my story, but my colleague Anushila will also talk you through her story and others in the room. We all are where we are today because of the people who mentored and supported us, and for us some of these mentoring came as a chance, right? So, and for others it didn't come as a chance, but the places that we were at, we wouldn't have had access to the kind of mentoring that shaped our life. And because some of these things happened by chance, we don't want, for girls like you, these things should be left to chance. We want to connect you to inspiration, mentors and guides who will support you in crafting your path from where we stand today, right? So I think it's really, really important that you all get the opportunity to create and design a future that you want for yourself. And Kalpana, Shifu STEM, is here to support you. For my international friends, I would like to reiterate, Kalpana is a Hindi word that means imagination. So this is a community where we will dream together, where we will define our goals and work together for those goals with this amazing, inspiring community. Where you will have support of mentors who will walk this path with you, where you will get the skills and the training and the preparedness to walk ahead, you know, as your career progresses. So without going into much details, I want to show you people a very small presentation on VigyanShaala's program Kalpana. So Anushila, is my screen visible? Okay. So welcome on board Kalpana, and together with you and together with the amazing mentoring community that we have, we will bring the next revolution in science. So that next revolution in science will be brought by women like you who are aspiring, who are dreaming and who are ready to take on the world. It's not going to the next slide. So science is known as something that solves tough challenges, but globally, if you look at the percentage of women's participation in science, it remains under 28%. We don't even make a third of the global scientific workforce. Imagine if all of us had access to opportunities in STEM. Imagine the future that we could create for this world, right? So at Kalpana, at Shifu STEM Global, we are ensuring that we all as women can become the innovators and the scientists this world needs the most. As I mentioned briefly, why am I passionate about it? Because I got an opportunity from someone who supported me and mentored me early on, and it was because of her intervention that I was able to think of a career in science and become a physicist. So if I tell you the scientists of the future are coming from the places you would least expect, I think many of you may not agree to it, but let me tell you, in order to solve the challenges that our world faces today, we need scientists who are coming from different backgrounds, scientists who have different life experiences and different skill set and understand the world from different perspectives. So it is all these different perspectives and experiences coming together will build inclusive solutions that will not only address the challenges of the cities, but equally design and define solutions for the rurals of the world. So we are VigyanShaala. We are driven by a belief that everyone deserves the opportunity to create a better world through science. We enable the innovators of tomorrow, such as yourself, to achieve your dreams by bringing science, technology, and learning opportunities to your doorsteps today. So I'm really excited that we are going to walk this path with you for the next 8 weeks. And as I mentioned earlier, the reason why we are emphasizing so much on girls, because girls aren't even a third of the world's scientific workforce, despite being half the population of the world. And it is really unfortunate that even in 21st century, 2 out of 3 girls who are studying science, engineering, technology, or mathematics at university aren't able to make it to the workforce. So it is now in our hand that we look deeper into these causes, look at addressing them. So you may be wondering, hey, I am studying science and I'm very, very passionate about my career. Why would you say that girls like me are not making it to the workforce? So it is not your fault. It is not my fault. It is a whole systemic exclusion that has prevented women from excelling in STEM workforce. And it is not India's challenge, it is not Pakistan's challenge, it is not Bangladesh's challenge, it is not Nigeria's challenge, or Costa Rica or Sierra Leone's challenge, or South Africa's challenge, or America's challenge, or UK's challenge. It's a global challenge. Globally, irregardless of the community that you are at, women don't find relatable role models. They don't know who looks like them in STEM. Can they become a scientist? Can they become an engineer at NASA? Can they become an engineer at ISRO? Because they don't know if they can relate to someone in those communities. Further, our society has constantly imposed stereotypes on women's abilities. You all might have heard, hey, civil engineering aren't a women's discipline. Girls aren't good at maths. Why are you studying physics? Oh, you must be really smart, a nerdy nerd, right? So all these stereotypes harm women and their ability to progress in the STEM workforce. This is coupled with very little experience on hands-on STEM. And because of all these, stereotypes as well as lack of exposure and all, we are, experience lower autonomy and lower control over our decisions as compared to our brothers and our male friends in the society, right? So it is now up to us that we assert our right, our dreams and our desires and fight for them, and fight for them with the support of this amazing Shifu STEM community that we are building for you all. And all of this, I think when we start addressing with friends from across the globe, I'm sure we will be able to make a significant step in the direction of solving the global challenge for women in STEM. So, and to this regard, to this end, we present you Kalpana. So, as you might have seen in the poster, Kalpana is a two-step fellowship. The first part is the incubator, which for which all of you are here today, and it's a 8 weeks or 2 months program, and we give you another 3 weeks to finish all the assignments and everything that you have to do. And everybody who finishes Kalpana does all the assignments on time. They become ready for their career because the assignments are designed in such a way that they are not a burden on you. They are designed for you to think deeper about your career and become ready to make a next application for a job, internship, or a higher education degree, right? So we provide that mentoring, and then everybody who finishes the Kalpana incubator then moves to the accelerator, where you are matched with a mentor, and in groups of 6 to 10 girls with each mentor, you will deep dive into your assignments, get one-to-one feedback, and be formally ready to take on the world. And while you are doing that, we also try to give you exposure of a small scientific project that you can do. And once you complete these two parts, a lot of opportunities in the Kalpana network, including internships, jobs, and one-to-one coaching become available to you, along with tracks on acquiring various 21st century skill set from global leaders will also be available there, right? So we connect you to mentors, hands-on science, and also help you an opportunity to design and define your career goals, and give you a layout, like help you develop that layout, which you can refer every 3 to 6 months to see if you are headed in the right direction for you. So I just wanted to reiterate, like in the last year and a half, we've run 2 cohorts of Kalpana. We've mentored over 260 girls from different parts of India, and these were supported by mentors who were based across 10 countries. Similarly, a small group of our alumni started their own initiative, so that they were now disseminating the STEM career related information to much younger children in their communities. So I believe that together we have the power to impact 1 million girls just like yourself in the next 10 years time. And I believe that if you are here with me, we will bring the next scientific revolution led by women, for a better world, not like the one that we are at the cusp of right now. So thank you very much. With that, I would like to close. And if anybody has any questions, I will take some 3-4 questions now, and then I will pass on to Dr. Anushila Chatterjee, who is the lead of program and curriculum development at VigyanShaala, and is largely responsible for the mentoring curriculum that you will go through in the next 8 weeks. All right. So Anushila, after 4 questions, it will be over to you. All right. Okay. Great. So I see raise of hand from Nisha. So Nisha, are you able to unmute yourself? I have allowed mic for Rohini Reddy. So Rohini, do you want to go ahead and ask your question?
मैं बोलता हूँ.
हेलो.
Yes.
हाँ.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, please. Hello. Hello, please ask your question.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Sir Afiza.
Go ahead, Hafiz.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Ma'am, I have no question, but I want to thank you so much for giving us chance.
Thank you, Hafiza. Where are you joining us from?
Ma'am, I am from Uttarakhand.
Okay, very nice, Hafiza. I'm very excited to welcome you here. So thank you for joining us. And I hope you will.
Ma'am, I am very excited.
Thank you, Hafiza.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. I think Ayushi has a question. Ayushi, please ask your question.
Yeah, sure. First of all, thank you so much, ma'am. Actually, I was searching for some support like this, and this suddenly came. So thank you so much for this. And I have a question that, ma'am, can we join NASA as a researcher after my master's? Because I'm pursuing master's yet, and I'm in a second year of master's.
Yes, you can very much join that, but it's slightly long process. So you need to prepare yourself before you get to that step. And I think in the next 8 weeks, you will learn some parts of it, how to prepare for these opportunities and how do you bring yourself up to the mark of a global competition so that you are, relevant, you are walking ahead. You may not be able to immediately go, but as soon as you develop your profile to a certain level, you can very much apply for those things and you will learn a lot about these opportunities as you go ahead in the program. All right.
Thank you so much. Actually, I'm first physics, sorry, in physics. I are a PhD in physics, so I thought from you.
So if I may just point out, Ayushi, to work in NASA, unless it's like a really exceptional case, you have to be an American citizen. Otherwise, they usually don't take international candidates. Like even with a green card, it's very difficult to get in NASA. But if you are interested in space, there are so many things that is good. There are so many things you can do. You can do research. Maybe mute Afiza. Yeah, in India also right now there are so many new private space companies coming up. So the basically the horizon is broadening. So this is the right time to go there. So be excited.
Great.
Thank
Vijay,
you so much, ma'am.
Most welcome. Vijay, can you mute everybody because we have some questions in the chat. I will take it from there because it's just getting very difficult to control. Hello. I think you have muted everybody. It's still okay. So we have a question, Anushila, from Tejaswini Dhrude. What do you think the world is missing out on if we are excluded, if women are excluded from the scientific community? So Tejaswini, that's a very, very good question. A lot of times, we get asked these questions and we're like, so what if there are not women in science? They are doing different things. The thing is, of course, world is missing out on the potential of half of its population that could perhaps design. Vijay, please mute, disable everybody. Like I'm just not able to answer. Please type in your questions. I'm just going to disable.
Is it you, Vijay? Is it your background?
Okay. So I have disabled mic for everybody for now. So you can type in your questions. So that was a very good question, Tejaswini. First of all, the world is missing out on half of its potential because women who could excel in science are not able to get there. They could perhaps design more inclusive solutions for this world, and we are not able to be there. Secondly, a lot of women-related issues get sidelined. I'll give you 3 examples. Okay, first example, car crash testing for a long time was done only on male mannequins. Mannequins means those artificial human, this thing you would make with plastic and all. So it never acknowledged how women's bodies were different compared to male bodies and what kind of impact their bodies would get if they were involved in an accident. So that's why when women were in an accident, more women would die of internal organ injuries and all compared to their male counterparts. So this is where we miss out on having our voice in the research. Something that may look seemingly non-harmful but has a lot of consequence. Another thing, all the pacemakers and heart implants and the markers for judging whether a person is getting a heart attack or not were all designed for white Caucasian male. So it actually excluded the anatomy and the way women's bodies were reacting to these things. So a lot of time women were misdiagnosed when they were in emergency room. They were like, hey, the ECG shows normal, I don't think you are getting a heart attack, and they were sent back. And a large proportion of women die because of misdiagnosed heart attacks and all, right? Then of course, third part that I'm saying, a lot of diseases and a lot of challenges that are very, very women centric and specific get ignored, right? So for instance, we still don't have a proper diagnosis and a prognosis for very simple disease that people may call polycystic ovaries, menstruation related issues. So we as a scientific community, I don't think we still understand the entire way menstruation functions and the way menstruation actually affects each individual. So we don't have a standardized marker, and every time a girl faces any challenge related to menstruation, she is directly prescribed the hormones, the same standard process of prognosis and diagnosis since the 1950s. And these hormones sometimes have much adverse effect on women's bodies, right? So our issues are not getting captured enough by the science and technology that we are building as a human race. So to bring those things, those considerations, remove this bias from science, it's really important that we bring, to bring into the mainstream of science.
I think you covered everything, Darshan. I just posted a link on chat, and I really like the title, "The Deadly Truth About a World Built for Men." So if you have time, please go through it. I think you will enjoy and you will know exactly the things that Darshan is talking about. So please spend some time reading it, and you'll see what she's talking about.
Okay, great. Thank you, Anushila. And I see a lot of questions coming in chat from our international friends as well. So before I take those questions, may I please invite Dr. Anushila Chatterjee, Lead of Program and Curriculum Development at VigyanShaala, to briefly share about her journey in science and why she's so passionate about building this global community for nurturing the next generation of STEM leaders across the globe. Please, Anushila, over to you.
Thank you, Darshana. Thank you. And all of you, I'm really excited and happy to see all of your faces, and thank you everyone who has switched on the camera. It makes me easy when I can see someone smiling and then nodding, and I see like Anjali nodding, and it makes me feel good. Okay, someone is understanding what I'm saying. So thank you who have turned on their camera, and I understand those who cannot. So don't worry about it. So as Darshana said, my name is Anushila. I am a PhD in biochemistry, and then I did my postdoctoral studies, and both of those I did in United States before I came back to India last year. And when I started volunteering for Kalpana as a mentor, and I really liked interacting with my mentees. They inspired me, and that's when I decided to join VigyanShaala as the lead of program and curriculum design. But a few steps back, why I enjoy mentoring and contributing to this cause. So I, in my early school years, I was studying in a Bengali medium school, which is my mother tongue. And I was actually a national level gymnast. So I was very dedicated to my sports, and I didn't like my teachers. And they, like, I couldn't answer in class. They insulted me. I felt more dejected. So I never thought I would, like, you know, do a PhD. Even my parents didn't think that they felt that they would be lucky if I passed class 10. So when this was going on and my school was not being supportive, I really didn't like going to the school. There was some other English medium school came in. And it was not really a well-known school. It was a local school, and they gave me full scholarship to study there. And they wanted to support my sports career. And when I went there, like, I could barely read English, and I am in 7th standard in an English medium school. The only language I know there, and like Bengali, like I was only good at the Bengali subject. And I would mess, right? But I had really good teachers who supported me. And when I was in like my 9th standard, there was a science teacher who joined the school, and she really turned my life around. Like, she made me love science, and I didn't have to memorize anything. I was not worried. I still like played, I did my sports till 12th. But she gave me the confidence and the boost to think that I could do science too, right? And so that's when I started loving science, and she was like a biology teacher. So I thought, okay, now biology is my favorite subject. So I took microbiology in my undergrad, right? So that is like why I felt, see, one person, all I needed was one person to believe that I can do this, right? And it's not about memorization, it's not about competition, it's not about the score. It's more about, do you love doing science, right? That's what drove me here. And basically, since from that point, I always had support from my mentors, like during my PhD guide, or other faculty who were at the university. During my postdoc, my advisor was really helpful. We are still in touch. And I think this is where I come in, and I want to pay it forward. I want to help someone who has the potential, and I know all of you have the potential. Don't worry about the mark sheet, what the mark sheet says, it doesn't matter. If you think you can, you can. Okay, so I guess that's all I have, Darshana. I think all you need is to be curious, imaginative, and hardworking. That's all you need.
Thank you, Anushila, for sharing your very inspiring journey. And I think that's what connects us here too. I mean, none of us thought that we would be here in science and have, we'll have journey that will span several continents. and will also end up working with such amazing, promising young girls. And just hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, and right now it's fine.
Yeah, out there, like today, let's go. I'm very, very hopeful that together we will be able to enjoy and support you all in the promising journeys that you are dreaming of. And we are very, very excited and grateful to be part of your journeys, right? So, before going ahead, let's take some of the questions that are,
In the chat.
questions. Yeah. So one thing is, I know a lot of you are asking questions about. I want to know which type of courses are offered in, in these. So somebody has asked me, ma'am, I want to know which type of courses are offered by this. Is there a course in software development and all? So first of all, we are straight away not offering any course as such, but we will offer these. Some of these, like for example, our students did go into data science programs and all. Our goal is to bring you all up to a level A in awareness, B in understanding, and C in preparedness, so that you are aware, you understand the challenges, and you're prepared to face them in science. And when that happens, then we are readying you so that you can go and work with an industry, do an internship, go in a scientific lab, or define your this thing. So have faith, have patience. As the weekly modules will go by, you will find some of these answers, okay? And we will also help you engage live. Like right now you are engaging with me and Anusheela. Next week you will engage with the guest that we have. So weekly, every week on Saturday evening, we all will talk between 6 and 7:30. You will get a chance to engage with leading women and men who have made their mark in science and across disciplines. They will be startup founders, they will be scientists, they will be people working in the Intels and IBMs of the world, and and they will be science journalists and all. So you will get to talk to women and men from range of scientific backgrounds, and you will be able to decide where you want to go. Similarly, we also have modules to introduce you to nurturing your own scientific curiosity at home, so that if you are missing out on something in the college, you are able to do it at home. You are able to design very interesting and inspiring experiments in the comfort of your home and do proper research and engineering projects. So I know a lot of time engineering college people will just, or science people college, for their final year project, they will just go and pick up any old project and refurbish it and present it. And sadly it happens across the country. So we are here to change. We want you to think about more carefully, pick up a problem, and we'll teach you how to solve that problem, how you can collaborate with people here. And once you've done those two stages, then you are ready to sort of get paired for an internship, get paired for a coaching to apply for master's program and all. So any doubt that you have in mind, you will get it solved here. So I think Anusheela had already shared the schedule with you, but I will reiterate it. So we have every Saturday lecture from 6 to 7:30, where you will meet role models. Every Sunday, except for tomorrow, we will have a session at 10 to 12 a.m. Indian Standard Time. People in Africa can subtract 3 to 3.5 hours from this time, depending on which country you are joining from. And there you will be prepared for your jobs and internships, right? So we'll teach you how to write your CVs, we'll teach you how to write your SOPs, SOP and what SOP means, how to write a cover letter, how to make better use of your time, how to think about a growth mindset and all those things, right? And apart from these, every week you will have 1 week of the module in your VigyanShaala app and platform, which will open. So those are small modules that you will need to go through. These are small 3 to 5 minutes videos, right? And then every week you have a small assignment which you will sit and do, and you will get more clearer about, more prepared about your journey. So mark my words, where you are in terms of your career clarity today, you will be 10 steps ahead in 8 weeks time. All right. So, and every Friday around the same time in the evening, we will have an open house where you can ask us any doubts from that week. If you have any doubts, you can ask. So 3 days, okay? Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Friday and Saturday 6 to 7:30 p.m. and Sunday morning 10 to 12 noon, right? So you have live things, you can come, you can talk, you can learn live. Don't worry if you miss ever, you go back and look at the recorded version in the app. Okay? Done, Anushila? Is that all right?
Yeah, but I just want to add something, Darshana, that I know there's a lot of questions that you have about what the program contains and what are the expectations and what is the structure. When the program opens tomorrow, like when the course modules are open tomorrow, in the very beginning, Darshana has created 3 small videos explaining to you what you are going to expect through those videos and what is the overall structure. So don't worry about it. We have everything in there. Just a matter of like a day, I guess. So we'll get there. So we have thought about that. And overall, like Darshana said, we are not specifically going to offer any subject specific courses. This is more of a career development, personal as well as professional tools that will make you better suited for your career in STEM. Okay. So no subject, and I think there was some question on scholarship. Darshan, do you want me to take that? Do you want to take that or?
Yeah. So coming back to scholarships, so when we are running this program, we are doing this full time, right? So there is a cost for running the program. So if you are looking at a similar program out there to other places such as Network Capital or NASCOM or other global people who offer such programs, so they are close to 25,000 for 2 months. And you won't get so many live interactions and all. It's so the career development and coaching sector is very, very expensive. Okay, we want to make it affordable, and we are covering, VigyanShaala is covering the cost of the program for most of you. For people who are falling below 3 lakh per annum income, this entire program is available for 100% scholarship. Means the whole 25,000 rupees we are covering. For those who are above 3 lakh per annum and are facing a hardship, for them also we have provision for 99% scholarship, and we are charging most of you about 2,000 rupees, which is less than 2% of the program cost, right? So that's what we mean by scholarship. But also, if you complete all the modules of the program and you are an active member of Kalpana community, tomorrow you get an opportunity to pursue higher education and you are facing financial hardship, we will be happy to look around and support you with scholarship. For example, one of our girls from Dehradun, she got into IIT Bombay, but because she came from a very marginalized family, she didn't have the support to pay her fee and all. So we directly don't give scholarship, but we looked around, we asked around in the network if there were people who could give. So she later found out a scholarship from our partners, and they are now covering her full fee and stay at IIT Bombay. So I am not promising anything, but if you are an active member of the community, if you are doing very well, if you're doing your work with sincerity and all, you can expect us to write you recommendation letters in your pursuits of higher education, but we don't do it for everybody. We do it for people who are extremely sincere and committed. So our criteria for selecting the most promising people is aspiration, commitment, and talent. Talent can be nurtured. You are not born with talent. You nurture it with everything that you do. Commitment means, hey, I'm committed towards developing a good career and I will follow the guidance that I'm getting and I will walk ahead with it. So we will support you with that way. All right. So, Anushila, I hope that answers this question, right?
Yes.
Okay. So there are two questions from our friends from my two questions.
Sure.
So, gosh, I can't find. Deborah asked, "Hi, thanks for this program. My question is, what are the courses to be expected in this program? And please do explain how to use the app for the class. I can't really understand how to use the app." Vijay, do you want to take that program, that question? Okay. Okay, wait a minute. Before you answer the question, can you switch on your camera and tell people about yourself, who you are? So, Dr.
So remove me from spotlight, I think.
Yes.
Okay, I think I can.
Yeah. So, so Dr. Vijay Venugopalan is also founder of VigyanShaala and he's also a physicist. And Vijay and I are married to each other. So Vijay, maybe iske alawa you can, apart from this, you can give your introduction. And please spotlight yourself. Please spotlight yourself.
I did it. I did it.
So the question was, what is the structure of the question? Like structure of the program. Let me see. Yeah. So the question is, Vijay, uh, what are courses? The question is, what are the courses to be expected in this program? And please do explain how to use the app for the class. I can't really understand how to use the app. So I think the first part I have already answered, that it is more about career development in the first 6 months, and then once you finish the entire career development modules, you will get expert modules and matchings in your different fields. Like if you are studying electronics and communication, we may pair you to a company who is offering internships or projects. If you are a biochemist, you may be able to figure out a unique project on biochemistry that you can do at home, or you can learn biotechnology with uh, bioinformatics with program classes and all those things. So that will happen after you have completed the career development modules. Okay, this program specifically is sector agnostic, and it is purely about you, your clarity, conviction, and confidence for pursuing the career that you want. So four things, four C's: career, clarity, confidence, and conviction. Okay, so that's all it's about. And Vijay, app part. Yes, Vijay, we lost him. Anushila, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yes, you.
Can
We
you
could
read
hear.
the next questions? I'm just getting some pain in my throat, I guess. So can you read the next questions from here?
Sure. Let me see. Will this, so Aparna asked, will this program be helpful for nursing students?
Yes, it will be. For anybody who's studying any discipline in science can benefit from this program, and we can help you, you know, see the perspective of your career in long term, not just the short job or the next step that you are doing, but develop a holistic long term perspective of where you would see yourself in 10 years time, and that's why we are here.
And then Aparna had another question, I think, is are we going to have a certificate or something after the completion of the program?
Have we lost Vijay? Because I just see him
I
stuck
think
on this.
I.
Do you answer this? Please answer this.
Yeah, I think Vijay, they might be a little confused if you talk about incubator and accelerator, because till now we have not. So just to connect that is, we are calling this phase the one that you have registered right now, the online module, the recorded lectures, and then Saturday and Sunday sessions. And these 2 months that is going to be over these 2 months as incubator. So we have quizzes, assignments throughout these 2 months. And then you get extra 2 weeks to complete the assignments that you have not had a chance to finish. And after that, there will be a small math test. And end of that, we have to maintain a certain quality to get the certificate. And based on your commitment, aspiration, talent, and the scores of these assignments, we will select people who will move on to the accelerator phase, where you will be paired with a team of your peers, so other Kalpana fellows, like 2 to 3 or maybe 4 other Kalpana fellows, and then a mentor, a global STEM mentor who has done a PhD or maybe doing their PhD in India or abroad, or doing their postdoc, or scientists in the industry, or any STEM related profession. So they will mentor you for about 3 months, and you will deep dive into all of these modules. Okay, so that's accelerator, if that gives you some clarity. Vijay, one more app related question. Ananya is asking, can I look at modules on the course page of the website as well? I can't seem to find the app on the App Store. Is it available for iOS? It's not available for iOS. Yeah, I think that's thanks, Vijay. I think that was clear. So Dhanshri is asking, only the students who will be selected for accelerator will get the certificate, not others? No, that's not true. If you may get a good score, and you complete the course, you submit all the assignments, you will get a certificate. But getting to the accelerator, it depends on what percentage of will only take top certain percentage to the accelerator, right? We cannot, like, everybody who completes the course won't be able to go to the accelerator. You will get a certificate, huh? And then I'll take the questions who have raised their hand. One last question that I want to see answered. Shama asked about mentors. Said you could get feedback from mentors on our assignments. So how will this mentoring system work? So the mentors will actually come in the accelerator phase. The incubator phase is actually recorded lectures and the live sessions, 2 live sessions on like Saturdays and Sundays. So you won't directly get feedback as of now. But for example, when they teach you at the master class in the live session, and they go over what a CV is and what should you put in the in a CV, in what structured format, you can ask questions and they will give you response live. So those will be your mentors over here, right? And let's say when you're interacting with your role models on Saturdays, they will tell you like you have career specific questions or questions related to their career paths or career trajectory. They will give you feedback on that, or they will help you find your career path, right? So those will be there. And then like Darshana said, we'll have sessions, open house sessions on Friday evenings. That's when if you have any specific questions to the assignments, if you're facing any difficulties or you need more clarity on some of the recorded lectures, we will help you with that.
Yeah.
Does that make
sense? Thank you, Anushila, for that answer. I just wanted to add one small these pre-recorded modules. This is just a team that is recording that has designed, that has delivered the pre-recorded modules on the app. And Vijay, correct me if you are not wrong. Like every time somebody submits, if it is not that, you have sending them feedback at the back end, right? Like how they can improve that assignments. Yeah.
Thanks, Vijay. I think I'll, if you can unmute everyone, I would request our international friends to ask some questions. They have raised their hands, but Vijay, I think they are unable to.
Hello. Sir, I just want to ask you, can you please tell me about the scholarship? Like there are like some scholarship which will help us to pay semester fee, no, like that, based on the income.
Maybe.
No, sir. Actually, I'm studying in Indian Institute of Science Education Research in Tirupati. What is the issue is actually I'm from open category background, so I'm not eligible for the state government scholarship as I'm studying in a national institute.
So, Vijay, I think I got the question, so I will clarify it. And Rohini, as Darshana mentioned, scholarship here means that we are waiving the fee for the program. The program cost is actually 25,000. You either get a full scholarship, the entire fee is waived, or you are paying less than 2% of the actual program cost. So people who could pay, they paid that 2,000 or even like a discounted price, right? So that's what scholarship means. You are not going to get a stipend, which you can use for other stuff, right? So scholarship is the fee waiver here. Does that make sense, Rohini?
Hello.
Hi, Rohini.
So, ma'am, I didn't get at the last point.
So you are not going to get a stipend. We are not going to give you any money as for attending the program. The scholarship here is the fee, the program fee. You don't have to pay it. We paid it for you. That's the scholarship.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, Rohini.
Hello. Yes, sir. No, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am. Thank you
Good
so
evening.
much for giving me this opportunity. Right now, I'm writing my proposal for my PhD admission, so this is blessing for me. So actually, my question is not related to this program. It's related to PhD. Since you all are PhD, so I thought it is great opportunity for me to ask it here. So, ma'am, actually, during my master, which I'm pursuing here, I'm working with my PhD seniors. So, during their PhD, I have seen them facing so much anxiety, so much pressure. So, during those time, I really get anxious, and they said it is natural, it is common for PhD. So, I'm really worried if I'm going to drop in between because I'm really excited for PhD, but simultaneously I'm anxious. So how should I tackle that problem? I didn't want to give up on it before starting it. So can you give me some suggestion?
Jyoti, this is an interesting discussion. I think we should come back to it later and stick to the program related questions right now that will benefit everyone. But just stay back a few minutes and let's take the program related questions first, and then we can come back to this.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Yes, sure. Yes.
Okay. Good morning.
Yeah,
Yes.
I can see, Vijay.
Good morning.
Good morning, Hannah.
Yes. Thank you very much to have accepted me to this interesting program. I'm from Cameroon in Africa.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, it is the first time I'm getting into this kind of program. I never knew something like that was existing.
I'm glad you found us.
Thank you very much. I'm so happy to be part of it.
I hope we can help you.
I hope too. From what you said at the beginning of your talk, I'm really interested. I want to really learn for my career. So I will engage in taking seriously all the assignments.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because I want to really go to the master courses.
Very good. I think you can. Just stick to the program, and I think you can.
Okay, thank you.
Very happy
it's
to
just
have
that,
you with us.
But on Sundays in Cameroon, from that 6, I think you'll be here in 1 o'clock in the night.
For the
Sundays lectures.
So those will still be recorded. You will be able to hear the recording.
Okay.
And yeah, so when it's a convenient time for you, you can hear the recording and submit the assignment.
And Anushila, we will provide extra classes for people who are international, so that we can see if they are looking at the recorded versions, we can always, as and when requested, we can provide them extra one-to-one classes to support how it is going in groups. Like, so all the international students can come together at a time which is convenient for them, and we can resolve the doubts after watching the recorded lectures.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Not really. Okay, Anila has a question. The app is asking for an ID. What kind of ID should we use? The app is asking for an ID. What kind of ID should we use? And then Meghna asked, will the accelerator level be charged? And then Tanvi asked, is our full fee waived off? If you have applied for a scholarship based on, and if I've submitted the documents and all, you will get your fee waived off. Yeah, I guess that's all the questions that we have. Yeah.
Anushila, there is one question in the chat which said, wait a minute. Is the program open to trans women? Asking because you mentioned checking ID. This is CS Meera. So this program
I answered that. Okay.
You answered that, yeah? Okay, sorry, I missed that.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. That's a nice way. It's for also for people who have not raised questions. You can clarify.
So, yeah, so this program is open to all self-identifying women. And if you think that you are in a position, which you may want to keep some of these declarations private, you can reach to either of us, me, Vijay, or Anushila personally, and we will help you and support you in whatever way you need to enter the program. So this is a women community for women, for all self-identifying women. So by self-identifying, I mean, we mean that people who identify as women, and we are not going to put a marker to it of the sociological definitions, okay? So we are here to support you, and we will do what all we can be to be as inclusive as a community as possible. All right, so as women, I think it's really important that we create a more inclusive space for people who identify as women across the spectrum and not just in the narrow definition of a woman. All right. So I have launched I think some interesting poll here right now. The first question I have is like, do you have STEM related career guidance at home or in your network? So please answer the question if possible. And so see, I get a lot of questions in the chat are about very theme specific. What are the options after MSc in this particular field or that particular field? Trust me, just hold on for next 8 weeks, and let me assure you, many of these answers would have come to you by then. If not, then of course you will progress to the next level and you will help them find. So the thing is, I can give you a ready-made answer right now, right? But it will not be the answer that may help you develop a long-term vision for your career. So trust the process, follow it, ask questions, ask questions regarding the process, drill the holes into the process. And I am assuring you, in the next 3 to 5 months time, you will be way more clearer about your career. You will be more confident about reaching out to people for your support, because more than 95% Kalpana girls say that they are more confident in approaching and reaching out to network for help, and even unknown people for help or career support. So Until then, please hold on these questions and we will come back to these when that happens. But till then, let's enjoy the process. And I think enjoying the process is like the journey is more important than the destination, right? So we all will figure out the answer together. You know, you don't have to be so anxious about if I give all the answers today, what will we do for the next 8 weeks, right? So, so we need to do something over the next 8 weeks, no? So, yeah. Please answer
I'll
this.
just take Jyoti's question. Last question. Okay. Jyoti, to be honest, doing a PhD is not easy. Doing a PhD is not easy, but that does not mean it's not doable, right? I have done it. Darshan has done it. Vijay has done it. So I think you can too. There are stresses and anxiety that comes with PhD because when we do experiments in lab during our college years, we do practicals, right? Everything had a set recipe. Like when you cook with a recipe, it works. I see the YouTube video. I know how much turmeric to add, how much jeera to add. So it works. The end dish is good, right? In PhD, when I start with an experiment, there is a lot of unknown. I have to vary things. I have to see what works, what doesn't work, and then I have to go figure out why it didn't work, right? So there's a lot of failure that we deal with. But remember one thing, in experiments, in science, or in any phase of your life, see these failures as your opportunities to ask new questions, your opportunities to ask or grow. Failures should not be obstacles in your path. You will just find a better way or a newer, novel way to find that answer. So, and I, again, being honest, it's not like I never felt bad when my experiments didn't work. The first 3 years of my PhD, nothing worked. Like literally nothing worked. So, and then towards the end of third year, I found a new thing that was not my original project, and my entire PhD thesis came out of that project. Right? So what mattered is I was persistent. I did not give up. I could have given up and then I would not be here with you today, right? So persistence is a big thing in PhD. Some things won't work. You just, take a deep breath and you start again. And find a supportive community. Connect to people, talk to people. If you're feeling depressed, you talk to people about depression. Don't keep it within yourself. Find some outlet. Do other things that takes your mind off that experiment for a day. Give it a break and then come back and with a fresh mind, and when you can think and you can do it. And that's true for everything related to your career, right? We will face. It's not a walk on the butter. We all face obstacles, but we fall back. The most important point is we stand up again. That's the important criteria for moving ahead in your personal life as well as your professional life. So remember that.
That's true. And Anushila, I just wanted to add one more thing, that it's also important to note that doing PhD is not the only career option. There are multitude of career options, as you will discover in the program, and how we go about them also. Before we close, I think we have a question from
Hannah.
Hannah. Hannah. Yeah, I'll call her Hannah. So Hannah, Vijay, can you unmute Hannah, please? Hannah, you can unmute yourself, right?
Hello.
Hello. Hi, Hannah.
Yes. Yeah, I wish to ask something. What about those who apply for a scholarship for waiver?
So for them, it's
As
free.
foreign,
Yeah.
Yes, because they were, when I was filling the form, I saw 3 lakhs Indian and then foreign students. What about us in Africa?
It's free for every international student. And
Okay,
also
so we are in Africa, we have the waiver. Okay. Okay, thank you very much.
And also, Hannah, it's like, we want to bring a big international community together so that a girl sitting in West Africa can collaborate with a girl sitting in Nepal and India and a girl sitting in Australia. Together, they all maybe will find a solution for ocean-bound plastic, or maybe find a or develop a biodegradable sanitary napkin, or maybe they will design interesting things that help people with disability in their community. So it is about this cross fertilization of ideas. And though this program was internationally initially built with girls in India in mind, but we realized that these problems are purely international, and we all have so much to learn and teach each other. So learn from and teach each other. So I think I'm very excited to have you all on board, and I hope you will be able to keep up the enthusiasm as we pass through the program. And weekly we will have these open sessions every Friday. People can come in and they just share their things, and after every live session also we all can ask questions and chit chat, and we can forge collaboration that wouldn't be possible otherwise in this whole world, right? So we will bring out and spring these ideas and these collaborations here.
Okay, thank you very much.
So with this, I think I would like to bring this program to a close. You all have our WhatsApp number, the VigyanShaala WhatsApp number. Please feel free to ping us if you need anything. If you have your friends in your network who you think will benefit from this program, please share the program with them, whether in India or any other part of the world. Please share it with them, because officially the program gets launched on the 9th of July, and we will keep the registration with late registration open until the 8th. And this week is just to get acquainted with the platform, with all of us. If you have any technical doubts, feel free to ask us. Add each other on LinkedIn. If you have a LinkedIn profile. If you don't, of course, we are going to teach you in the program how to create a LinkedIn profile and all. And I know all the young people are there on Instagram and all. So may I please Instagram, because every time you like and share a post from us, it reaches more girls who may be in need of such guidance, right? So please join us. I've just shared my LinkedIn account here, and I will also share all of these with you on WhatsApp. So if you are on LinkedIn, please add us so that we can ask questions. We have a special class on LinkedIn during the program, so you will also learn how to make use of LinkedIn later on. But if you don't, that's all right, don't worry. But for now, I am extremely delighted to have you on board. Yes, Meera, there is still time for people to attend the program. All self-identifying women, if they want to join the program, this program is very well open to them, and you can share it with them till the 8th of July. And if you think somebody needs support and access is facing challenges in accessing the program, please refer them to us, because our goal is to bring, reduce the access barriers for as many women who want to pursue science, okay? And everybody who is able to join as a paid user, trust me, you are enabling another women to attend the program, to access the program. And we are covering as an organization 98 to 100% program fee for each one of you. And we are very delighted to do that, because all the entire VigyanShaala team is proud and grateful to be part of your inspiring journeys in STEM. We can't wait to see what all you achieve, as you walk this path with us. And always remember, this is a supportive community that will always have your back. And if you want to hear from some of our past fellows, check out our Instagram page and our LinkedIn page. We post stories from our fellows there, so you can hear it from the horse's mouth, like you can hear it from them how they have benefited from the program. All right. Okay, one last question. Okay, if somebody isn't able to finish an assignment due to college work, will the person still have time to complete the assignments by next week? Yes, you will have time. We will have an extended deadline. You can request for extended deadlines, and in the end, you will have 2 extra weeks to check through. Like if you to bring all your assignments up to the quality that is required. But every week we give you an extra. So if the module is open this week, you will get an extra week to finish your assignment. And trust me, the assignments are not like your college. It is about your aspirations. It's about your dreams. You just sit and think and write what you feel about yourself. That's it. All right? Okay. Great. So with this, I would like to bring it to a close. Thank you very much all for joining us today. We are very, very excited and grateful to have you on board, and can't wait to see what we all create and build together, a very safe space for women in STEM. All right. So thank you, Team VigyanShaala, and thank you, the future Kalpana Fellow. Or I mean, you all are part of Kalpana already. So thank you to all of you Kalpana Fellows.
Good night, everyone.
Okay. Bye. Good night.
Bye. Bye.